Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about No Time to Die. I was able to see this movie yesterday and wow, I really needed to sleep on it to fully process this masterpiece that I saw. Let's get into it. Spoiler free, of course, but before we do, if this is your first time here, I love it if you take 1 second, hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more trailer reactions, movie reviews, and celebrity interviews. I've got some big ones coming up. Okay. Let's talk about No Time to Die. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay, first thing I want to do is clear the air here. I know if you guys have seen my trailer reaction to this, you know I was saying I have never seen a Bond movie in my life. I know. However, going into No Time to Die, I did watch all of the Daniel Craig Bonds just to make sure I knew what I was getting into, especially since they are all connected. And I am so glad that I did. Now, can you watch this movie without ever seeing a Bond movie before? Probably. Will it be just as entertaining? I don't know. It'll be definitely entertaining and action-packed and a lot of fun, and I'm sure you can put some stuff together, but I do recommend at least watching the Daniel Craig Bonds. What I will say is diving into this world of Bond has made me want to go back and watch more Bonds. I love me some Pierce Brosnan, so I'm excited to check him out as James Bond, and of course dive into all the classics as well. So what I want to say about No Time to Die, though, is this might be the best Daniel Craig Bond, or it's at least in the top 2. I'm going back and forth, but I really truly loved this one a lot. I mean, a lot. Like, Skyfall is fantastic, but this one, man, I don't know, something about it. Maybe it's just because it's his send-off and we know it's his last time, right? It's his farewell to him playing James Bond, and he truly gives it his all. I saw this in IMAX. I highly recommend seeing it on at least the big screen. If you have an IMAX theater near you and you feel safe going, I definitely recommend checking it out that way. I mean, this is a large-scale, massive, action-packed film that just does not quit. And the visuals are stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. So to see it on the big screen as it was intended, which Daniel Craig did send a message along before we watched, and he said, you know, this is how it was intended to be watched. And you can tell, I mean, it was definitely filmed for IMAX, and there's some incredible, like, slow motion, action scenes. You got cars, you got motorcycles, you got helicopters, you got planes, you got boats. I mean, come on. They've got every single vehicle that they can imagine. And of course, they pretty much destroy every single vehicle that you can imagine. The spy gadgets are here. We've got some fun gadgets, some incredible gadgets. Some we saw in the trailer, some we didn't. I don't want to talk about them because I don't want to give any real spoilers. But, I mean, the major plot here is pretty incredible, right? What they've weaponized in this and the overall plot, I really enjoyed it. Feels a little too soon, but still I actually really truly enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it was captivating and interesting and intriguing, and it kept my mind spinning the entire time. And speaking of the entire time, this movie is 2 hours and 43 minutes long. That is ridiculous. I went into this going, this movie is so long. I can't believe it's so long. It's unnecessary. Like, this is what I was telling myself before I even watched it, right? Because it feels like a long movie. Like, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I'm sure. I'm sick of this trend of movies that have to be over 2 hours long. I don't understand. But 2 hours and 43 minutes, like, I get that it's his goodbye, but come on, people. That said, after watching it, holy cow, I could have watched it for another 30 minutes probably. It never dragged, which is huge. That's so important. Anytime it felt like it was starting to dip off, right? Every time you felt like, okay, this is starting to go down a path that things could get really slow, boring, like, come on, you need to pick me up. Bam, they hit you with that adrenaline rush. Bam, they hit you with that action, and you're right back up on top. They never let you get to the bottom of the mountain, if you know what I mean. You're always like mid-mountain to peak. Always, constantly. Like, even towards the end, you're like, okay. Even when they're like explaining stuff, they're like, here's the reveals that you should have figured out while you were watching this movie and the pieces you should have put together, which were kind of easy to put together, okay? It's a little predictable. Not a problem, though. I mean, it's a James Bond movie. Like, you're there to have fun. You're not there to, like, be completely blown away. There are some surprises, though. I would say the gist of it, I feel like you could put together. There are definitely some surprises along the way, some twists along the way, but it's still just so much fun. It's so much fun. The cast is incredible. Of course, Daniel Craig is front and center. I mean, you know, it's funny because I was talking to my husband after watching and I said, man, I wish I could have got more Rami I love him. I think he's amazing. I think he's perfect. I think his villain is amazing in this. He's so good. He captures and demands presence. Let's put it that way. Not even captures. He demands presence when he is on screen. Even opposite Daniel Craig. And my husband's like, yeah, how dare they focus on the title character of the movie? And I was like, all right, that's a fair point. I got it. I would have loved more Rami, though. I mean, I just think he's amazing. He's extremely talented. I loved seeing him as a villain. He was bone chilling. He literally gave me chills. And that's got a lot to do with the writing, too. It's not just his performance, which is incredible, but the writing for this villain was so good. He's one of those, like, love to hate, gray area, like you kind of like him sometimes, but you really hate him other times villain, and he just really portrays it. And again, that's a testament to the actor, of course, but it's also a testament to the writing and the direction, which just truly excels in this movie. I mean, 2 hours, 43 minutes, you think it's way too long, I'm not going to care, whatever, and you're just completely captivated almost the entire way through. I mean, it never lets it get to the point where you're bored or checking your watch. Never. Which is a feat. I mean, 2 hours and 43 minutes. I know I've said it like 100 times, but that is a freaking long movie. That's a long time to be invested in something, especially like sitting in a theater watching it, right? But man, it's so good. All of the supporting actors are incredible. I loved seeing all the ladies kick some serious ass. Of course I loved that. But I mean, every single person in this was so good, so talented, and they did let Daniel Craig shine on screen. He's front and center. It's very much his story and his farewell, which I love about it. But you know, they give the supporting actors enough that you don't feel like it's just his movie, if that makes sense. I'm trying so hard not to give spoilers. It's really hard. So what I'm just gonna say, guys, is it's action-packed, okay? Of course, it's got the classic Bond stuff. It's got quips that you're going to like. I mean, there's humor in there. There's laugh-out-loud moments. It's got destroying of every vehicle possible, which, of course, is a lot of fun. The score. Let me just tell you about the score real quick. When there's normal things going on and you hear, like, that James Bond music very subtly in the background, come on. That's just brilliance. That's just pure brilliance. I love it. I had so much fun with this movie. When it ended, I couldn't believe it was over. You guys, seriously, No Time to Die is coming to theaters very soon here in October, and I really, truly hope you all check it out on the biggest screen possible. Understand if you can't or if you don't feel safe in your area, but if you can, and if you are a fan of particularly Daniel Craig's Bond, you guys are going to love this. I think Bond fans everywhere are going to enjoy it, but this one is, it's so close to the best Daniel Craig Bond. It's so close. I don't know. It's fresh in my head, so I feel like I need to sleep on it a couple more days before I truly make a decision. But it could be. I'm giving No Time to Die a 4.5 out of 5. And the only reason I'm taking away half a star is because, well, it's very long, okay? It's predictable, and it's very, very long. So it's just a time-consuming watch. Again, it doesn't feel long, but, like, you're going to the movies. It's going to take you 3.5 hours, depending on how far away your movie theater is. Maybe longer to go see this movie. So, you know, it's a time-consuming watch, and it's not... Here's the thing. They could have told the story in half an hour less. Easy. No problem. They definitely could have. But, you know, I still enjoyed the ride, and there wasn't a moment I felt like that's completely unnecessary. They definitely could have shortened moments. It would have been easy. They definitely could have removed some talking points, and it still would have made sense and all come together. But, you know, overall, No Time to Die, it's a freaking masterpiece. It was so much fun. It's an absolute blast to watch, and I hope you all enjoy it on the big screen. Now, if by the time you got to this review, you've already seen No Time to Die, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.